Hello and welcome to what will be one of being week 6 and 7 review, even though we're in week 7. Sorry about last week, but we're trying to get up with a few more clips this week from both 6 and 7. So let's jump right in. Okay, this is a clip that we've seen a situation like this before, but you're gonna have two types of plays like this. One will be the bad snap like this. The other one could potentially be, rugby style kickers coming out. But when we have situations like this, what we're looking for is once the kicker, basically reestablish himself as a kicker, we're looking for, does the defender have, a reasonable amount of time to adjust, his hit or anything like that. Because at this point, this is not a kicker. He's still not a kicker. He's not a kicker. Now he becomes a kicker. So once he becomes a kicker, does the defender have a reasonable amount of time, basically, to make any kind of adjustment they want? It's not straight up like a normal punt, where if the punter received it cleanly, and then he snaps and then he gets hit, you have roughing the kicker. In situations like this, bad snaps, rugby style, what have you, it all depends on, does the defender have a reasonable amount of time to make the adjustment, similar to when you have roughing the passer. So that's kind of what we're looking for: steps, timing. At this point, he had really already has initiated his hit, his leap, by the time the kicker reestablished himself. So that's what we're looking for in situations like this, bad snaps and all. Does the defender have time to adjust? If they don't have time to adjust, then it's not going to be a foul. All right, this is from a couple of weeks ago. As you can see, it got some national attention, or at least statewide attention. But judging from where the deeps are, I have not seen the whole play, but judging from where the deeps are, I have to assume within some reasonable amount of certainty that this is a field goal attempt. So, with a field goal attempt in high school, it's just like on a kickoff. Once that ball breaks the plane, the ball's dead. It's not like in college where they can set a returner up here to receive it and take it back. In high school, once that ball crosses the goal line, if it's a kick, then it's dead. Now, that's why if you know it's going to be short, you can come out at an angle, but typically they'll set a receiver up right here, if they know the rules. The fact that they even have one back here shows the coaches, really didn't understand the rule either. Remember, high school, college, NFL, completely different rules on this. In high school, this ball breaks, if it's a kick, it breaks that plane to the goal line, it is dead. So you cannot return this from the end zone. They could only return it if it were short of the goal line. There's another crazy punt play or crazy kick play. So it's going to hit K player in the back, go straight in the air, and then a K player is going to catch it. Now, this play was blown dead by the officials, and that would be incorrect. If you have a scrimmage kick like this, and that ball does not cross the expanded neutral zone, then K can advance it. And if they advance it past the line of the game, then they get a first down. So this play should have gone on. It should not have been blown dead. Because in this situation, K can certainly advance that kick. So if you do blow it dead like this in this situation, your only option, because you have inverted whistle during a loose ball, your only option at this point is to replay the down. All right, moving away from kick plays for a second. This is a really crazy play. I think you have a double handoff. At first, it's hard to follow who actually has the ball. You see here, you have a handoff. He pitches it back to number 2. Everything here is legal. The pass is legal. Everything's good here. It is caught, but here's the thing about this particular play. A catch in the end zone, you still have to complete the process of the catch. And it's hard to tell from the faraway angle, but he does drop this pass about right here. He drops it. I think he's dropped it. It's out there. And we can debate the legality of this hit right here. Is it high? Is it targeting? We can all debate all that. I can't tell from this angle. It certainly looks like he comes in high and initiates some form of contact with his forearm or shoulder, something like that. If that were the case, you could have targeting. Now, if that foul causes this ball to come out, it is still an incomplete pass. We can't say the foul caused it to come out, so we give him the touchdown. But even take all that out, he has to complete the entire process of this catch for this to be considered a completed catch and a touchdown. I think where the confusion comes for a lot of officials is that since it's in the end zone, and, like we just discussed, if a ball crosses the goal line, it's dead. But that doesn't pertain to a pass in flight to a receiver. He has to complete this entire process. Think of that as just if you have a ball carrier running from the field of play to the end zone, they have the ball. Yes, once that ball crosses the goal line in their possession, then it's dead. You have a touchdown. But this is a different case because it's a loose ball in flight, it crosses the goal line. So everything has to be, still have to have the whole process of the catch has to be completed for this to be a touchdown. You can see the other guy picks up the ball, so we know he dropped it. So yeah. As far as positioning and mechanics go by the deeps, at least the one here, this is fine. You stay at the goal line until the goal line is no longer a threat. Once you know the goal line is no longer a threat, then you can move into the end zone. He's in really good position to see. He gets where he can see everything. So unfortunately, we do not make the right call. But positioning, mechanics, and everything there, we're fine. All right, here's another one. We don't see this called a whole lot anymore because really you don't see it happen anymore. But there has to be at least four players on each side of the kicker once the ball is kicked. It's the referee's call all the way. You make the call when foot hits ball, and that's when the rule comes into place. So right now, no foul has been committed, even though there's only 3 on one side of the kicker. You don't have a foul yet because the ball hasn't been kicked. But when the ball is kicked, you still have just 3 on that one side. And the referee does a correct job here of flagging it. Alright, back to crazy pump plays. This one we want to look at, let's try to get a tighter angle. The shield here. So a couple of things about the shield. If we have one of these, if one of these potential blockers goes in the air on their own, and the shield guy, one of these shield blockers, then goes low after the blocker has gone in the air, then you have no foul. But in this situation, this blocker in the middle is initiating the low block, and the guy jumps over him to avoid it. This is correctly called a foul. In this situation, there may have been minimal contact, if any, but he still went low, and it threw the potential blocker off. I think he does make a little bit of contact. Safety foul, we'll err on the side of caution there. But this is a correct call for a low block. And again, if the potential blocker goes up in the air first, I say potential blocker, let's just say defender. I'm thinking trying to block the kick, but if the defender goes up in the air first and the shield blocker then goes down, or just stays, doesn't even go down, just kind of stays up and hits them low, then you have no foul. But in this situation, the K blocker initiates the low block. He goes low first. So you have a correct call for low block. All right, last one we'll look at. Pretty simple, intentional grounding. Yes, he makes it outside the pocket and all that, but the ball does not go past the line of scrimmage. Remember, the ball has to go past the line of scrimmage, extended in the air. In this case, it doesn't. And you see the wing official on this side correctly throws his flag. And then you see him communicating with the referee. So, good call there. Good job all around on that. Remember, even if they go outside the pocket, they still have to make it. Ball has to go beyond the line of scrimmage in the air. All right, that's it for this week. Good luck, guys. Region play is in full bloom, so make sure we are staying focused and making the right calls. And good luck.